at 7. Working against Butler. Got downhill. Couldn't punch it. Bam says, get it out of here. Here comes Bledsoe. Bam with a great block from behind. Bam! Oh, my. And out of bio.
So what's going on, you guys? Man, NBA fan crazy back on the channel with another video. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you like my videos. Click on the like button, not miss a piece of daily NBA content. Now let's get on to the video. So the Miami Heat beat the Sacramento Kings 105 to 104 because of Jimmy Butler's return, and he scored 30 points, rebounded 7 times, and facilitated 8 times overall. A huge impact, a huge presence, and one not that we wanted, and the one that we also needed. Bam Adebayo chipped in, so did Tyler Hero on the night. And Tyler Hero, bad news for them, which will be covered later in the video related to COVID protocols. So make sure you check that out. Coming right up on game recap. So welcome to game recap. This is Heat Kings game recap. NBA fan crazy Miami Heat reactions right here. So let's start off this recap. So the first one, Sacramento won the first quarter 35-24. In the second quarter, the Heat won 24-33. So Sacramento would end up going into the first half with a 2-point lead after a Tyrese Halliburton 3-pointer. Well, the Heat managed to stage a rally in the third, starting to build their lead, and they had what was the lead again? Wait. So the Heat managed to outscore the Kings and then take a lead into the fourth quarter, 77-84 into the fourth quarter, and then they wound up winning the game 105-104 in what should be an experience which is very well familiar with Heat fans, the heart attack experience. Every single time you're so close, and yet you find some way to do this, and sometimes the heart attack results in an L. This time it didn't, because you're up like 91-80 in some 1 point of time, then off a Bam Adebayo turnover, which, why did you stand there? I don't know. And then Buddy Hield hits a 3 that could have been the game winner if not for a Jimmy Butler spin and score on Harrison Barnes, and if not for the Holmes, if Bam didn't block Holmes in the last possession. So now let's get into game recap, man. Let's get into game recap. This is my most favorite part of the day, overall. So okay, let's get into it. So yeah, man. First off, let's talk about Sacramento, man. They really did give us a scare today. He had 13 points through 3 quarters. He really did manage to wake up in the fourth. He almost got the Kings the win. They led by 11. They managed to give us an 11-point lead, and then they staged a 10-0 run, bringing it to a 1-point lead due to De'Aaron Fox. That's why. De'Aaron Fox is the one who pretty much got Sacramento the win with how incredible he was in the fourth quarter with some of those jumpers and some of those incredible possessions where he split the Heat defense on the perimeter all the way to the rim. So overall, De'Aaron Fox, reason why Kings almost won this game. He was incredible in the fourth, man, offensively. He got his groove going overall in the fourth quarter, hitting threes, hitting mid-range, 2 jumpers, I think, and then going to the rim. 17-point fourth quarter for Fox. But overall on the night, Sacramento shooting the 3. And when I say Sacramento shooting the 3, I mean Sacramento shooting the 3. This team, no matter what, lights us up from 3. I mean, last year I remember going back to Sacramento, we played a 2-3 zone and the Kings lit us up. And you know what that resulted in? A 105 to 97 defeat in Sacramento in the second game of a 6 game road trip out west, which ended in Atlanta. But either way. And then Sacramento was just hitting everything in the first half that game. Like it went from a 2 point. Though the lead stayed the same in the first and second in that game, Sacramento was shooting the three lights out that game. That's what they did today, at least in the first half, at least. 12 for 21 in the first half. I think Buddy Hield hit 5 of those threes. And this is what Ron Rothstein said. He said 12 for 21 is really good, but it's unsustainable. All you have to do is play them off the 3 point line, because it's like every single category we had them beat in the second quarter, except for scoring from the 3 point line, with Sacramento just absolutely scored every single time. I mean, one time I remember Buddy Hield scoring a 30-footer end of the shot clock over Bam, our best defender who can defend all the way to the perimeter. So overall, man, yeah, that it was that kind of night. It felt like in that first half. With Sacramento was hitting everything in that first half. 12 for 21, seen 9 missed attempts, but pretty much they almost made every single triple they tried to take. 12 for 21 Sacramento the first half. The second half was a different story. Even though we won by only one thing we managed to do was amp up our defense, which we already did, but now close out the Sacramento shooters. Overall, man, Sacramento shooters weren't so hot in the second half. Just 5 for 24 in the second half overall, man. So overall, yeah, Sacramento didn't have the kind of night they wanted to continue from the first half to the second half in terms of 3 point shooting. And the law of the averages certainly came to the Heat side this time around, because we had them beat in every single category except for 3 point shooting. They are absolutely hot in the first half, like 12 for 21. I mean, that's elite level shooting. But it's sometimes you can also say it's unsustainable level shooting, because Sacramento's hitting most of the threes. Most of them were contested threes. Buddy Hield hit contested threes. I saw him hit 30-foot shots, like twice or thrice in the first half. So yeah, overall Sacramento, they got to that lead because of the 3 point shooting, but they almost won this game because of Fox. So overall, that's my reaction based on the Sacramento Kings part of this game. And overall, man, shout out to Sacramento, because that game they won in Tampa. And one more thing, this dude Halliburton might be legit. And I already know he was legit, but I'm just introducing for all of your Heat fans out there listening to this. Halliburton's legit. Though he wasn't shooting the ball well, and one thing I don't get why I always believe for Sacramento, Halliburton should be placed in the backcourt, because though he's 6'5" with a long ass wingspan, he's too. And overall, man, Sacramento almost won the game. They gave us a scare. They had a really good night. And Halliburton, man, as I just told right now, he is legit. I don't think I would want to play him the 3. I think they should trade I think they should probably trade Buddy Hield, play Halliburton at the 2, or play Fox with a 2-guard kind of mentality overall, man. And I liked what I seen from Halliburton overall in the Kings games that I saw. Though his stroke, people said, wouldn't translate to the NBA overall, he has been converting those shots. And they played him at the 3 yesterday. I don't think that's sustainable, because he's too... Though he has the height at 6'5" and he has a long-ass wingspan, he's just too small. As I regurgitate, and I will, because he's a bit small to play the 3. He's basically like a tweener. But overall, I'm pretty impressed by he didn't have one of the best shooting nights today, but from what I've seen in the season, Tyrese Halliburton might be in the top list of the ROI candidates, man, overall. So let's just see it. And Heat Kings meeting, second meeting will be in Sacramento. I think this is the 5th game of the 7 game road trip we'll have later in February. On the Heat side of things, Bad news is Tyler Hero might go into COVID protocols soon because his roommate just had a positive test. So overall, that side, I'm worried because we have just got Jimmy back, and then if we lose Hero after just 2 games, and he returned against the Clippers, then the Kings, and then we lose him, that will be pretty sad overall for me. But on the plus side, welcome back Jimmy Butler. And he's been scoring a lot more than last season because I think that's what the team has pretty much needed him to do. So overall, the Jimmy Butler, he has had a positive impact today. He found a Chuva sometimes, and he went to the free throw line 16 times. Almost half of his points came from the free throw line, and I think people take that as a criticism because though you can say you in the playoffs this skill be important, drawing fouls, getting to the free throw line, overall for drawing fouls and getting to the free throw line, man, it'll be a very important skill because you slow down, the game clock will be at a standstill and you have a chance to add up to your game score if it's a close game at the free throw line. So in that skill, but people take that as a negative because whenever you try to get to 30 points, they expect you to make most of your field goals. So when they see you get almost half of your points off of free throws, that is constantly a negative and makes people believe that you can only score with free throws. You can't score if there are no free throws, which is what some people are saying about Jimmy last season, because people always said that he needed free throws to score because his free throw rate was very high, and already since people discourage a lot of people attempting a lot of free throws, so overall there'll be some bad blood there with people always saying Harden's fact too. So overall Jimmy 16 free throws on the night, and I also think it had more to do with the fact that the Heat got to the rim a lot more than Sacramento did. I mean, I saw Sacramento settle a lot for threes yesterday. So overall, Jimmy, a really good night overall, scoring, facilitating, and just overall his impact. And when sometimes draw fouls and get to the free throw line and put yourself at the line, get some more points. Bam, overall, he had some boneheaded turnovers in the fourth. Boneheaded turnovers, one that might have cost us the game. He didn't even pass it on to the front court for God's sake. He is just standing there like you're trying to go over to your basket on the other side, on the side of the Heat bench. Buddy Hield just taps it out of your hands and he just goes out of the three. Pass it out to the front court, Bam. You need to get it past within 8 seconds or it's a backcourt violation. Get past the half court line or pass it. I mean, like, he didn't even pass it. He didn't even pass it. And then he just let Buddy Hield get the turnover in his first triple in the second half. That might have been dangerous because in the next possession, you had Butler defending Fox. He might have hit the three because Fox already hit 2 threes in the fourth. And Bam just he committed some very boneheaded turnovers this game. Overall, Bam, 5 turnovers on the night, the most on the team overall. And this team is a turnover machine. Has been since last season, has continued to be this season. Overall, I like the game I had from Bam other than those turnovers which might have pretty much cost us the game. Overall, he had a pretty good night. 4 for 4 from the free throw line. He's getting more confident at the free throw line. It's almost like an 85% free throw shooter now. Overall, so I like the fact that Bam is continuing to grow his push shot, and I think what sometimes this is a Jimmy Bam thing. Like Jimmy throws it out or someone throws it to Bam and he hits a runner from 10 foot, which either goes swish or it goes in and out and in. But it's almost like every single time someone facilitates to Bam in the middle of the paint and he just lets it soft runner go because he has a pretty soft touch around the rim. Around the rim. He has a pretty soft touch. So every single time I see that, I breathe a sigh because I know that shot pretty much goes in. It does. Overall, his push shot has been developing, and one thing the Ringer has pointed out to the fact last season, that Bam isn't more comfortable creating his own shot. He still scores off of PNR and then soft rolls, lobs, and cuts to the rim. So overall in the night, Bam, he did play very well on the night with that runner, because that runner shot, that push shot, got us on the board a little bit at times over bigger defenders. That will be a really essential component of his game, because now he's starting to handle the ball more. He's starting to create his own shot a little bit more, and he's starting to depend on scoring outside the paint more. The only issue is he has to start figuring out on when to score outside in the paint and outside the paint, when to bail yourself out and when to attack. Okay, so those are the kind of shots I expect. Tyler Hero, same, good night overall. He's been struggling from 3 to start the season, but we desperately needed some finishing around the rim last game, at least, even though we lost 109 to 105. He has been playing very well this season overall. He's increased his scoring to like a 17.5 points a game. And I know he missed like some 6 or 7 games, starting from the first Detroit game up till the Nuggets game. Overall, Hero, a good night. 5 for 12, 2 for 5, 3 for 4. Miami, 22 for 26 from the free throw line. Our 3-point shooting the first half was not good. It's not good sometimes. So overall, man, this is game recap. Miami Heat, Sacramento Kings. So let's go to the Miami Heat plays the day. You know what? I'll just say it again. Plays of the day. So it's starting right now.
Heat season at a Gonzaga. Oh, what a steal by Iguodala. Took it right away from Fox. Sets up Precious. Hammered it down right on top of Fox. Great hands. Butler against Barnes. Jimmy Butler determined. Jimmy Butler in the Fox with 3 seconds. Cross court. It's Holmes. Blocked by Bam. Game's over.
So that is the Miami Heat plays the day. So I thank you guys for watching the video. Heat Hornets game recap will be coming up on Wednesday on 12 Eastern. It will be coming up. So once again, I thank you guys for watching the video. I'll see you all next time. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you like the content put out by me, please subscribe to the channel. Do not miss a piece of daily NBA content. And I will be seeing you guys in the next video.